Hi, it's Lipstick Gal. Thanks so much for watching today. Let's open up my Sephora sale box. I have my handy dandy pocket knife, lives on my countertop. It's actually my husband's. And he has so many, I'm just like, he's not gonna miss this one. I film in my room anyway, so if he needs it, it's like 2 steps away from where he normally keeps it, but he hasn't missed it because he has one that he carries every day, part of his daily carry, and it's not this one. All right, so I'm so excited for this. Now, I was sure I wasn't gonna purchase that much, and I purchased more than I had intended to. I'm just gonna be honest. Oh, sample's missing. Maybe it's in here somewhere, or maybe, I don't know. So I got a sample of the 7 Virtues Vanilla Woods, but the little guy's not in here. And Jo Malone, English Pear, and Freesia. This one does have like the little sample in it, but we'll see if the other one's at the bottom of the box. Here's the one thing that I was like, why am I buying it when the reviews are not so good? And it's that tri-colored loose powder in the interesting packaging from Makeup Forever. And I'm sure I got it because I wanted to try the packaging. Isn't that stupid? True. All right, so here it is. Ooh, okay. I think I could do without all of the stickers, and maybe it's holding it together so it doesn't twist in transit, which makes sense, but still, it's a lot of excess sticky to get off. So here it is, blue, pink, and kind of a pale beige color, and the idea is that you twist this. Wait, what gets twisted? I thought I was going to be twisting this portion. You're supposed to twist the bottom. I had to actually, I'm never one to read directions. I'm just gonna be honest. It says, instructions for use. Open the cap and twist the bottom of the pack quickly and sharply, one direction, then back. All right. Oh, very little dropped into the bottom well. That's interesting. I'm gonna grab a clean brush. This is the Rougher 19. Swirl it together. And applying to the back of the hand. Oh, it looks like not much of anything, which is good. It looks slightly powdery on the hand. It's supposed to be a little bit radiant. Yeah, I would say it's not highlighty, but I don't think it's like a complete flat matte. It all comes down to what's it look like under the eyes for me. But I do like the packaging. I thought it was gonna be like the more you twist, but I didn't know it was a back and forth motion, which is fine. But cool, and I love that there is no mesh net, that there is no like cover for the sifter, that it's all in there and I just have to, and then put it where I want it. Okay, packaging alone, 10 out of 10. And I think that loose powder, the reason I reach for pressed powder is because it's not messy. And this, I think, takes some of the mess out of it. That may not be an issue for you, but I realized after a while, it's one of the reasons I don't really like to reach for loose powder. Here it is, the little guy from 7 Virtues. All right, well, I will try this later. I always like to try a fragrance this way as opposed to getting like a purse spray size. I am on the hunt for a new fragrance. I feel I've been wearing the same thing for the last, I don't know how long. So every time I make an order from any beauty place, I pick a fragrance. I'm like, oh, that looks interesting. Those notes look interesting. All right, let's keep going. Oh, I picked up a blush from Laura Mercier. There were so many people when I was doing, I think my blush declutter, people were saying, have you tried the ones from Laura Mercier? This one is the Blush Color Infusion. This I got in the shade Chai. Oh my goodness, so pretty. Oh, this is gonna be lovely. I think this is gonna work great. I'm super excited about this, but you know what's interesting is I feel like this in person looks very different. The one online looked a little bit brownie, almost brownie bronzy. And so I think I went more based on the description, the typed description as opposed to the photo, because it looked like a completely different blush, but I'm excited to try this. Another blush that I picked up is the Yummy Skin Blurring Flushed from Danessa Myricks. I have one in a bright shade called Golden Hour, which is like orangey orange, and I wanted something that would be a little bit easier to apply on the daily. This one here is called Rose and Brunch. I know I like this formula. I like the way it wears. I like that it's matte. I like the way it just blurs onto the skin perfectly. Can't wait to try this shade. I bought the expensive Gucci blush. I got the lightest shade, and I got the lightest shade because I was asking, you know, if you have any thoughts, let me know. And somebody said, hey, I'm fair like you. I got shade 2 because I thought the lightest shade would be too fair, and it makes me look like I'm scrubbing dirt on my face. And I was like, point taken, I'm gonna go for the lightest shade. But look, she comes in this little bag. I love that they do this, but like, I never keep things in things. I never do. I don't know though, I might. Look how pretty. Oh, she's so pretty. You know what though? Okay, here's the thing. For as beautiful as this looks, I would expect this to be like actual metal. It feels like plastic. Is it plastic? I think it's all plastic. Hello, gorgeous. Underneath here, it's kind of hard to get into it. There is this little Gucci brush. I don't know. I'll probably leave it in here if I ever do something like travel and forget to take a brush with me. That's what I use things like that for, but I never use them for application, and they don't add any extra value to me, to the product itself. But this right here, it looks like a beautiful color. The other thing that's interesting is since this has just a little hint of like rose to it, it doesn't look like an orange or a warm leaning bronze. It looks kind of like a maybe cool with a little bit of pink in it. It might actually work as just like a one color cheek, you know, like no bronzer, no blush, just this placed a little bit higher and draped up might be perfect. So I'm excited to try this. Some people say Gucci bronzer is all that in a bag of chips. And some people say, no, worst bronzer ever. So fingers crossed. I got a couple of concealers. One of them was the mini size of the Hourglass. I think this is the Vanish. Yes, airbrush concealer. I've been chatting with a friend. They love it. Oh my goodness, look how tiny it is. It looks like a baby lip gloss sample. It is so tiny. This thing was $18. Now I know I got it on sale, so 20% off of the $18, but it's so itty bitty. It's 0.04 ounces. Okay. Let's hope it's super potent, and I don't need a lot, but let's give a little swatch. Ooh, wow. I think it's a good color. It looks really bright, but let's blend. Oh my goodness, this is serving pigment. Whoa. Okay, this is exciting. I haven't tried anything from the Hourglass complexion range in a while, and I saw this come out and I was like, I don't know, and I kind of skipped it, and then someone told me like, hey, you should really try it. It's really good, especially on dry under eyes, and it looks like it's slightly radiant. It blends well. I like that I can't tell, like, I can see that there's definitely more coverage here, but I can't see like a real distinctive line of demarcation like concealer, no concealer. I feel like it would blend easily, and if you want to wear a minimal amount of makeup, or you're really like today, I got a little guy just cropped up right here, to tap it on there and blend out the edges. Not every concealer blends well into something else. Sometimes it's like, I'm right here. I like it. I also got the $60 Tom Ford Traceless Soft Matte Concealer, also in the lightest shade. I've never tried any Tom Ford like base products, so I don't know what shade I was guessing. I was guessing I was going for neutral, and this is a shade 0N0 Blanc. I hope it's not too light. I hope it's not too light. Let's see. Ooh, this might be a perfect match. Okay, okay. Now, I will tell you, when I was, the video where I was talking about, ooh, hello. In the video where I was saying what was in my loves list, someone said, okay, Tom Ford is expensive, but don't pick it up, ... unless you want to never be satisfied with anything else and be hooked into only buying this again. And I was like, oh, those are strong words. That's like the sort of recommendation that really piques my interest. But do you see how it's like perfect color? I think these are both gonna be amazing. Really excited about the Tom Ford. Last 3 things I picked up were lipsticks. And one of them, oh, I don't know why, but I got me another Gucci lipstick. And this is one of the satin lipsticks. Now I do have a couple of other Gucci lipsticks that are sitting right here. One is the Voile, one is the Glow and Care. And I always pick these up during a sale because they're $45. They're $45, and look at this shade. This one is called Painted Veil. Okay, that's pretty. I was hoping it was going to be a little bit more rose leaning. If you look at this shade here, it looks very like neutral, and maybe when I blend it out, I'll get more of the a little bit, I don't know. I guess I was picking up more of the brown in the swatch. Online, it was described as a rosy nude, and I prefer rosy nude, and maybe it gets there, but I don't know. I want to know if these Gucci lipsticks are everything everybody says, like they hype them up so much. Now, I know prices have gone up across the board. Lisa Eldridge lipsticks used to be $36. They're now $38. Everybody's increasing prices. Pat McGrath powder went from 30 to 32, 32 to 34, like for the under eye setting powder. I feel like everybody's luxury prices are like just like creeping up, and everything is already so expensive. So if I'm going to be buying a luxury lipstick, it's not for how she looks, because she's stunning. Like, Gucci never disappoints with the packaging, but is the formula good? But I'm gonna try this and I'll have to get back to you on it. But I would love to know, do you love Gucci lipsticks? Are they your favorite? Do you find yourself repurchasing them over in different shades because you like the formula so much? Let me know in the comment section down below. Last couple of lip products I picked up were glossy oil situations for the summer. This is the new Shade Slick Gelee from Merit. This is the shade Mapleton. I was so excited when I heard about these, but I'll tell you, I'm a little bit worried because I didn't realize until after I placed the order, this is what Mapleton looks like, is that it has a product in there that adjusts to the pH of your skin. For some people, they look beautiful. Any pH adjusting lip product on me turns a vibrant fuchsia pink, like hot pink, hot pink. And I don't know if this is gonna do it. Oh, I can see it's already adjusting. It's a little bit pinker, but we'll see. But it does leave a stain behind, so I'm gonna wipe this off. I think if I'd left it on a little bit longer, you would see it. It wasn't on very long, but I love the other Merit, where is it? Somewhere around here, I have one of the original Shade Slicks, which is just kind of more of a lip oil. And this Gelee kind of thinner, plusher. I like the way that this looks because it looks a little bit sheerer, a little bit more lightweight, but I'm a little bit concerned about the pH part of it. The other thing I picked up was this Lawless Forget the Filler Plumping Gloss. Now, this is not a lip oil, but it's more of a gloss. I liked the look of like the doe foot. Ooh. As I pulled it out, there was a lot of product stringing on there. It kind of looks like it hugs your lips. Should we put it on? Okay, I'm gonna take this off. One sec. All right. This is a very thick formula. Uh-oh. Okay. I don't know why I'm reaching in for more. Every time I do, I feel like it's got a little string hanging off the end. So it looks really plump and juicy. I like that. The one thing that I don't like about glosses is when they're so sticky, they stick to themselves. And you see how it kind of does that, where it strings and pulls? I don't like that. So I end up wiping off any excess that lands like right where my lips touch. I feel like I still see the gloss everywhere else. It does have a slight tingle to it. I like that. I really like this shade. I feel like it gives just a little bit of color to the lips without being too much. It's not like too red. This, by the way, is the shade Cherry Vanilla. And I guess I thought the color was going to be a little bit more red in the tube, and I don't know. I like the way that it makes my lips look smooth, but I still am getting a couple, like right here, a little bit of product sinking into the corners. Well, you know how I don't like that. I don't know. I have a lot of criteria for like the perfect gloss. I want it to be glossy. I want it to be comfortable. I want it to be plush. I want it to feel nourishing and luxurious. That's what I'm looking for with a gloss oil hybrid, or from a lip oil. I want it to just make everything look better and then stay where it is. And that's the hard part, because when it's thicker like this, it's less likely to like bleed outside into all of those fine lines that someone who's almost 50 has around the edges of their lips. But the other part of it is, I don't want it to be such a thick formula that it kind of sinks down into the corners, collects and strings and pulls, or every time I'm talking, you see these distracting, you know, product pulling on my lips. I don't know. I feel like this has the potential to do that because I just cleaned it off and I have more hair. Now I will tell you, I went in for a second dip and I was like, I don't know why I'm doing this. And I think I knew right off the bat that this had potential for that. I think that it comes down to, there are some glosses, like the Maybelline Lifter Gloss does that, don't want to actually futz with that at all. So I just like, goodbye, you are not for me. But I like the way this one makes my lips look. I feel like my lips look less lined. It's just a matter of making sure I don't over apply, because sometimes there is that perfect, like a teeter-totter, where if somebody weighs too much, you're always out of balance. But if you have two people who, you know, weigh the same, you're right in the middle. So maybe this gloss does all the things that I want it to do, and I have to make sure I'm not like putting too much on and then it's not reacting the way I want it to. So I'm gonna keep trying this, but I'm a little bit worried. Should we put the one from Merit on? Let's try this one. Boy, after using the large doe foot from the Lawless one, I kind of feel like I'm going in with like a teeny tiny baby doe foot. So I like the way this feels. This is not sticky at all. It feels more slippy and not in a bad, like oily way. I think, okay, on a scale of straight oil, do you remember several years ago when people were coming out with oils and they were basically tinted lip oils and they were really thin and they would kind of creep into all of your lines and go, and then you'd have like shine, like a clown shine around your lips. Just me? Maybe just me? Okay. And I feel like then things swung more towards gloss, but they called it an oil, but it just had a few oils in there and it was really more gloss formula. This kind of feels like it's right in the middle, where it has that nice slip that you get from an oil and a little bit of that plushy feeling that a gloss can offer. And it feels nice. I do feel like my lips are getting a little pink. I'll have to see if like in an hour I'm at fuchsia, because if that's the case, I can't keep this. And I know that this pH adjusting lip formula from Merit is not for me, because even if it's the baby pink or the red or kind of like the, you know, peachy one, they would all end up, because of the pH adjusting thing in there, they would all turn my lips hot pink and you wouldn't be able to see whatever the shade is in the product over the top, because it would just be fuchsia. But maybe it's just a little bit. I'll wear this for the rest of the day and I will leave a mention in the description bar as to how this wore. But I'm really excited. I'm not surprised I got 3 lip products, but I'm kind of surprised I got 2 concealers, but I'm really excited about those. Let me know what you picked up. The other thing I'll tell you, I made another order. I have a new foundation coming and a couple of eyeliners. Yeah, so I guess maybe I'll do when everything else arrives, I'll do a get ready with me using all of my stuff. Let me know what you picked up during the sale, if anything. Since I skipped the 21 Days of Beauty at Ulta, I got one thing that it was okay for me to pick up a little bit more here, because I've been wanting to try more luxury things, not just high-end, but like the Gucci bronzer, the Gucci lipstick, the Tom Ford concealer and the Hourglass concealer. Even though I got the mini size, like 20 bucks for a little teeny tiny baby concealer that would be like the perfect size for an American Girl doll. That's what it reminds me of, doll makeup, but that's fine. I'm really excited to see what these products look like. When everything else comes in, I'll do a get ready with me. Let me know if you picked anything up. Let me know if you're skipping the sale. What are your thoughts in the comment section down below? Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you again soon.